I'm bittersweet about Meg being out because she was somebody that I could trust and somebody that kind of had my back. Not really, but I knew it wouldn't be going for me.
The next person voted out and the second member of the jury is...
Fuck.
Meg, I'm sorry, you have been eliminated.
Meg getting the boot, oh my goodness, I was just like, yay! I didn't want to say that out loud. It's kind of weird, you know, because I'm sure she's a great person, but she really is a strategic threat. And that's a compliment to her, that she is that kind of person that could have won the game. And so I think we all did well for getting her the boost or oust. I don't know, I still am groggy.
I'm not too worried about her getting eliminated because since she is in the jury, I had no issues with Meg in this game at all. So if it comes down to it, hopefully Meg will vote for me.
I did what I came to do, took her out. I suppose I'm the next target, whatever. But at least I came here and did my job as I promised, and I hope you guys enjoyed that one.
Meg is like hands down my favorite player on this game, like Meg and Jake. They're not my day ones, you know, team done, but they're like the most like me, and they're, you know, they're loyal and they're dependable. And to lose like a strong player who wants to win and who actually has a team vibe, like she gave her power up to Jake for the team, you know, like that's the kind of player I want to be close to, and now she's gone. Voted out by supposedly my closest team members. It's not a good day for me. Like it's not good. It's like the worst thing that could have happened.
You have any last words? Now would be the time to say that.
You guys know who to go after. So I obviously was not the biggest threat because somebody is really pulling the strings and the cards here. But have fun.
So tonight was the night that we saw Meg take the exit of shame. I would say walk of shame, but you know, this is virtual, so she just clicked exit. But her final words as she got voted out were, "You guys know what to do next. It's clear who's running things." And I'm just like, first of all, for someone who's not running things, it's very like telling when you tell your alliance, you guys know what to do next. Like that definitely sounds like someone who has their team whipped into shape. And I really resent the fact that she would try to, you know, portray me as some puppeteer, because everyone that voted with me voted at their own volition, okay? And really, I was just as much at the mercy of the numbers as she was, and it just so happened that tonight the numbers fell on my side.
I know that she's another person on the jury that if I'm lucky enough to get to the final three, I mean, I know that I'll have a good chance of getting her vote. So that's how I'm thinking about that, trying to think about it positively. Rayleigh too. I think I have a good chance of getting both those votes, but I gotta get there first.
Jake, he lied a lot. Like, he lied about the Elizabeth situation, and then he lied again talking about Elizabeth again. So he lies too damn much. So he gonna have to go too. And now that Meg is out, that's where I'm gonna go, because like, you lied like 15,011 times. For what reason? And it was the same lie. Like, bro, come on. And then you told me, I don't know if I can trust Meg because of what she pulled the other night, but I understand what she was saying. I just couldn't say to her face, shut the fuck up.
They told me directly that they would vote out Q this round, which is the reason why I thought that they would vote out Q this round. I mean, there's no space for misinterpretation there. They lied, like straight up they lied. So I'm thinking about our conversations before elimination, and I'm like, well, you know, I did come pretty aggressive in saying what my plans were, and that I thought that we were a team and we should have power in numbers and work together. And they agreed and went along with me, but I feel like they may have been pressured to say what I wanted to hear.
The more I'm working with more people, the more I feel like people are starting to understand and realize that I am playing with every single person. I know all of them now, besides Jake and Hassan at this point. What is she mean by who is, you know, pulling on the strings? I would love to know. I never even talked to her, so there's that.
What happened?
Her last words, I was very curious to what she really means by that. I'm guessing she means Q, but I don't even know what I don't know her.
I don't know.
Everybody who voted with me voted on their own accord, so I don't know what string she thinks I'm pulling, but that's not true. So going forward, my plan is just to have to win immunity. I really need to go and see where my, connections with certain people stand now. Someone like Elizabeth, I feel like she was very much with me because we had a common goal. But now I think I've presented myself as a strategic threat, and I am, and I always have been. So, she may realize that it's now in her best interest to get rid of me. Someone like Alex, I really don't know where I stand with Alex either. I feel like he also, could sway with the wind. I feel like Team Dunn as a whole is just very shifty and they go with the numbers. So I'm interested to see where our alliance stands.
I'm happy Meg's out. I need Q out next. I also need DD out.
I really need to find an idol. I'm hoping Nick puts another 0 in the chat or something because a girl needs an idol. I don't want to go home just yet. I want to, like Patty says, I want to stir some more shit up.
She doesn't think that she's going to last very long. And to be honest, I'm not certain if she is either. I mean, I'm never going to vote for her to go, but there's a lot of odds against her. And Meg pulled a stunt the other day and she got, and Q pulled the same stunt, so who's to say she won't get got as well?
Obviously, with a huge target on my back from this point on, I'm just gonna cause as much fucking carnage as I can before I'm booted off. So, watch out. I hope they have fire trucks and damage control off the side because I'm gonna do what I can to make things interesting moving forward. Peace.
Game. Hi, Elizabeth. How's it now?
Oh, I spent the whole night in the ER.
Oh.
But I'm on lots of drugs now and I feel great.
You look completely different.
Yeah, I can never eat tree nuts for the rest of my life now.
I have to figure out who I want to align with, and that's a question, because Patty is shady in my opinion. Alex could be shady, but he seems to want to be loyal. Dots appears to be loyal to me, but he really likes the cleaners. Q and I seem to get along, but she's too vocal. And Hassan just kind of goes along with the ride. I don't know how that's going to happen now with Jake over there. So I think our biggest threats at the moment are probably Patty, Q, Jake, and Alex. I would just have to take a gander. They're probably going to be the next target. So I'm going to continue what I'm doing, is kind of slyly talking to each person and seeing where they're at and see where the majority of folks want to take out one of those 4.
What do you think about Meg getting voted out last night?
I saw that coming.
I know Hassan talked to me and we talked about like not voting Meg out, but the thing is, I've never met her, and like me, it doesn't help me. And I just gotta say that because like she never had any sort of like conversation with me. She never wanted to. So it's like
Same.
I feel like if she doesn't have the effort to try and talk to the people to get to know them, and it's like you're banking on your only alliance, and it's just gonna go bad, I guess,
As far as Alex, I'm still looking forward to know this guy. I only spoke with him once, so I definitely am going to catch him up on the speed of the game and just let him know that I'm not a threat in this game.
My plan going forward is to work on alliances, but also watch my back. I don't want to be like someone who seems to have a lot of connections, and I don't want to be the one who seems like making all the decisions, but in my mind, and I think in the game, I am. I was a swing vote yesterday. I will be a swing vote for the next ones because we're pulling voters in, and I just hope that we eliminate enough people that I still have Patty and I still have Dot and Elizabeth, that they won't flip on me.
The past couple days have been kind of nutty, so we can either see this as a reset opportunity or the divide and conquer thing. It's up to you guys.
So my question is there room for reconciliation? I feel like we have been like on opposite sides of each other for the past week or so.
I don't even feel like there's a whole alliance, to be honest. I think it's a lot of people playing like individual games.
That's what I think too. There's two different strategies that can go into it. I don't really want to share with you at this point, but there are two different strategies that can go into this. I use this as a reset. There was nothing to kind of, any bones to bury with you guys. I don't know either Jake or Dot. I've worked with Q extensively. I have seen that you guys had this fixation on Q the past couple of days, and I'm glad I'm talking to everybody here. I'm just wondering why, because that could easily switch on any one of us. So think about that
True.
going forward.
Yeah, it can all turn to one person at one time. So I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to kind of discuss that too. I'll say openly, like I think then I'll count the votes. I've been voting against you, Q, and the only main reason for me is because I feel like you're the only person who has brought any type of like animosity towards me. Like I know that like after a certain vote, you were upset about Alex, and then you were bringing it up about like how I didn't keep him out of exile, and then you were kind of just like, both of us, we started out the same team, and you were like kind of hammering us both at the same time. So I was like, all right, well, Q's the only person that doesn't like me.
Well, okay. I think animosity is a very strong word because it definitely was not animosity, and it's not about liking you. But I think what kind of triggered me in that conversation is that you said that you played a loyal game, right? But then, to me, everyone has been loyal with the teams that they started out with. The Cleaners very much all kind of voted with the Cleaners. Team Rona, as fragmented as we are, we've consistently managed to vote together. So I just found it interesting that with Team Dunn, you never saw that cohesiveness and you never saw that day one loyalty. And I just still don't understand how you had you and Elizabeth in majority, at least on that team, and you didn't think to save one of the Team Dunn players. That was what I was just trying to figure out, I guess. And to me, that was more so to prove my point of, well then, if two people who were in the majority didn't make the decision, then Meg must have made the decision. That's why I thought that. But it wasn't a matter of like animosity or like I don't like Dot, because you were actually someone that I wanted to work with, and you will see that in the confessionals. So
who are you thinking now? Like do you have someone you're pushing for now? And two, with you being so close to being eliminated last time, how do you plan on staying in the game? Like I will say, like for me, like my vote is swayable. Like I have voted you out the past 2 times, but I'm not set on getting you out of this game like for good. So do you have anything to say about any of that shit?
Right, I don't necessarily have, I think Meg was just my biggest target, and she's, again, you'll see this in the confessionals, she was just one of my biggest targets since day one, because whether or not we want to admit it, she was a really strong player. And I just felt like we were all playing for second up against her. But I think that now the playing field is more or less equal. I think in trying to show how much of a threat Meg is, I think I've probably pinpointed myself as a huge target now. So my strategy going forward is to win, because I don't think that target has gone anywhere now. I think I've pissed a lot of people off, and apparently I came off as hostile and causing animosity, which wasn't the case. I was just trying to show that Meg needed to go.
If that's not really the case, like I said before, I can show with my vote. Like I'm not looking to get you out of the game. Like, I don't have any animosity toward you either. Really, what I'm trying to say.
Let's speak on that as well.
Yeah. So I know something Jake. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jake. Go ahead.
No, I thought you were done, bro. You can keep going.
I'm done. I'm just fucking babbling at this point.
Well, first of all, I was in a position where I basically had no power in this game anymore. And I was just doing what they told me to do, to be quite honest. And the only reason I had anything against you is because you tried to pin me and Meg as some, like, power couple threat or whatever that was, when you said that if one of them two gets to the finals, I'm voting for them. I wasn't too sure about that. And it freaked me out. So, I was a free agent last night, honestly. I like, what Meg did to us, she nearly costed me. Like I said, if Rayleigh would have been quiet, I wouldn't be here right now. It'd be Rayleigh in that top left corner.
I've taken out their queen bee, and now everyone's allegedly a free agent and willing to work together. And I think that sounds nice, but you don't write my name down 2 nights in a row and think that I'm all of a sudden gonna work with you.
I had reservations against Alex initially, coming into this. But you know what? I got to like him as a person, and I put him in exile because I saw what he had, and I wanted him to last a little bit longer. And that was my way of showing respect to him for the favors he's done me. And I think now, Jake, that Meg's gone, and Dot, I think it's your time to shine, man. And may the best person win. Like I've said from day one, I don't expect to make it to the final two. But you know what? Damn it, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna spice things up, and that's the guarantee I have from this point on. And I burned some bridges with Q too, so my ass can be shot right out of my shoes as soon as I leave this tonight if I don't place well. And that's very true.
So can we say anything about each other like in this room? Like I definitely not about like being like deceitful or like creating like fake loyalties or anything like that. But like, do we feel like there's any like partnership tingles going on here? Like, can we work together in some way? Can we protect each other? Or do y'all just honestly feel like it's every person for themselves at this point?
Honestly, I think we should see who performs the best tonight and formulate our decisions from that point on. For example, I want to say Elizabeth has performed badly on the past 2 tasks. If she bombs tonight,
listen, I'm ready to get her out the moment. The moment.
What I'm saying, you got in the question right. This whole damn project.
the moment you tell me I'm out there.
No,
I'm ready to get her out.
If she shits the bed tonight, it could very well be any of us. If she shits the bed on tonight's challenge, she's got to go. She's the weakest player. You think about
Poor
that.
Elizabeth.
So we played this game, 2048, that my brother had been begging me to play for the past few years. I had not played a game, maybe like once or twice. So I do remember that he gave me a bit of advice, which was my strategy, which is like, if you're gonna go left, right, and down, don't go up, because as soon as you go up, you're fucked.
When I saw that this was the challenge we had to do and to get a high score in 20 minutes, I was like, this is probably gonna be my challenge.
I feel like I'm at a disadvantage from people that play video games often.
Came into this challenge wanting to win. We're in the top 8 now, and there's no point in throwing games. There's no point in not trying, because the only true way to save yourself is to not be able to vote out. So being safe from elimination is the only thing that's priority here.
So the next challenge we had was a game of 2048, which is a difficult game for me to play. It's very challenging, and it gives me anxiety also because I only get to a certain point and then I never get past that point ever again.
It was way better than the helicopter game. At least.
Like, fuck those helicopters.
Oh shit.
Oh, Elizabeth.
Last, I lose everything.
Damn.
I'm like right before her.
You didn't lose. You could have been Jake.
Should be a loser's prize.
It's called getting voted off.
Participate.
Jury.
Oh my god.
It's called a apparently.
Ain't no participation medals or nothing?
Yeah, I was right above her.
Ooh. These are good close scores.
Oh no!
Oh, it's getting high.
Oh.
Wow.
Whoever won knows how to play this game, like for real.
Q's
I feel pretty good about
Q sitting back like a gangster, so I'm thinking
Like, yeah, I know.
probably in.
I I've been playing for like 4 or 5 years.
I played 2048.
Me
There is a
too.
strategy.
I played it before.
Oh!
I was
You with
kidding
it.
about 10,000.
Damn.
Large margin.
Wow, I thought you were
That was
still
nice
doing
to have in
10,000.
third place.
That wasn't
Jesus.
Cute.
Jesus.
You sitting back like, yeah, I know.
I finally won a challenge and it feels so good. Very excited about winning because obviously I am a huge target in this game. My name has come up twice now since the merge, so I really need safety tonight.
Q was able to win this game, which helped out in her favor. So that took a lot of pressure off of her.
That sucks. It sucks, man. Q and I have been on opposite sides of the table all game. She voted out my main G, Meg, and got everybody else to join her. So that's not cool. Not a good time for her to get a win.
So I wanted to talk to you because we voted together in the last 2 votes because I felt like
I was so excited.
I know. I'm glad we hit that major milestone.
Yeah.
But I felt like we had like a joint purpose, like a joint motive in that vote.
Agreed.
But now I'm just kind of like, okay, where do I stand with Elizabeth? Because, you know, you're a very strategic player, and I'm sure you recognize that I'm a threat, so I don't really know what your next move is. And if you want to continue working together, or if that was just out of necessity.
Totally. I'm on board. I mean, the people that I feel like I don't want to take out because I don't see them as a strategic threat are Didi and Hassan. So I feel like
you don't see Hassan as a strategic threat?
I feel like he has an idol, but I don't know. From what I see right now, I don't. But if you see something, please inform me.
I agree. I agree with that. I don't think he's necessarily a strategic threat yet.
Q does seem to think I'm a threat, but I'm open to having an alliance with her, and at least for a little while, and then we'll take her out later. But if because her and Didi are packed together, so we just have to think about who these packs are that are going to be voting together.
So I did just have a talk with Patty, Jake, and Dot, and your name did come up.
Okay.
I don't know why Jake has this fixation with getting you out because you lied to his face, but I'm like, Jake, you've lied to my face like 3 times now, so
okay.
That is a thing floating around.
Well, let's take Jake out.
Okay. Yeah. I think Jake knows he's next.
It's going to be split between Jake and Patty. That's what my belief is. But maybe where it's going to be a spattering of votes all over the place, and maybe I'm going to be totally blindsided. I don't know, but I prefer not. But yeah, I'm totally on board with working with you. I think that you and I think alike. And I agree that we're both strategic, but I think we can take out the other strategic players and battle it to the end together.
It would probably be Jake due to the fact of him lying so much. Because like, both times about the Elizabeth stuff, and it's just, I'm over it.
And what's ironic is that he hates, well, he doesn't hate, but he wants to target Elizabeth because Elizabeth lied to his face. And I'm like, Jake, all you've done in this game is lie, so.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Like both times.
So you're thinking Jake then?
Yeah.
Elizabeth is definitely good with Jake, and I'm good with whatever you two are good with, so.
Okay.
I personally would like to pull a blind side tonight and maybe go against someone like Hassan or Dot, but I am just one vote, and if I can't get the numbers to do that, then I have to go with what the majority wants. So, is Jake the right move? I don't think getting him out is something that needs to happen immediately. If I fucking try and initiate something, then I'm gonna put an even bigger target on my back, because then I'm gonna look like I'm trying to run the game, which is not what I'm trying to do. I'm really just trying to make it another day in the game, so I'm not gonna, initiate some type of attack.
I don't know if Patrick gonna be on it, but I know he was like Jake owes him something, so he has to vote for Meg, but he didn't vote for Meg, so I guess Patrick will be with it too.
So let me ask you this, because I know you and Patty are pretty close. I feel like you're the only person that's really close to Patty, as close as anyone can get to Patty, because he's Yeah, Patty. Well, first of all, no one can get close to him because he's Patty. But he is definitely, and I'm not saying this is me. I'm just saying his name has popped up. So how willing would you be to get rid of Patty?
I would get rid of him after the fact due to the fact of him being so like persuasive with others that like we need their votes.
And again, I'm not coming after Patty, but I feel like when his name has come up, the biggest barrier or obstacle to that, I guess, has been you, because I'm like, I don't think I can get Dee Dee to turn on Patty. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know how far you want to take him in this game.
I want to get rid of the people, like, I don't want to say I don't like a person, but the people that I don't like first, then him, he can go after that.
Okay, so who are the people that you don't like in the game?
I don't like Jake. I don't like Jake. I don't like Alex. Well, I'm gonna just say I tolerate Alex at this point. I don't know Elizabeth.
Okay.
I haven't really talked to Dot like that, and her son, he's just here.
I don't know. I thought you were tight with Meg, so I didn't think you had anything to say to me.
Well, you know I do. Congrats on that game, man. Would you play that before or anything?
I did, yeah. The trick is to play in the corners.
But how you feeling about everything so far?
I think with Meg gone, I think the game is a little more even, I guess. We're on a level playing field now, because now it's really not clear, like, who's next, you know? I feel like if you don't have immunity, it's really anyone's game.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way too. It feels more balanced.
I honestly think you and Dee Dee are gonna win. I feel like you two have kind of like played it low key, and I think those are the people who kind of just end up somehow in the final three, and you're like, uh-oh.
It's a lot going on in my head, believe it or not.
There's strategy to not stirring shit up, and that's why me and Patty are in the positions that we're in, because we talk too much. So yeah, but if you're wondering where you stand, I think you're in good shape. I haven't heard your name too. I haven't heard it tossed around.
We did have a great conversation together, and we talked about the possible future of this game and our two placements within this game. Maybe there's enough room for me to form an alliance with Q. I'm definitely open to forming an alliance with anybody, actually.
How are you feeling on your end? Like, how's the game going for you?
I feel like I'm definitely next, so you should be happy that you got to talk to me before I'm gone.
I mean, I feel like maybe you're next, but maybe you're not, because I guess like Q just won safety, so I don't know, but I haven't heard anything about who's next so far. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't giving up or anything like that, but I mean,
right.
I just know that people perceive me as a threat, and I'm not sure why. I think know why. It's because Q freaking told the whole world that me and Meg are gonna get everybody's votes at Tribal, or at the final, which I don't know. That was genius by her. She's playing in the
great work. Game. I mean, I think at this point everyone's trying to figure out what is the smartest move to go, and not just like individually who should be next. I guess I feel like I'm focused more on like figuring out whether there's clusters going on, and if there's clusters like voting blocks or like alliances that need to be separated, and the only thing on my head that's the strongest now or the biggest is the Team Rona, I guess.
I mean, I'm in no position to call out names.
Right.
I know that Q's like best person is probably Dee Dee.
It is. She is.
Patty is great. I like Patty, but
I do too. I think she's closer with Dee Dee than Patty, and if Q is safe tonight, then like possibly the next move is to take out someone close to her, you know, just so that she doesn't have that much power. But
listen, if she keeps going like this, she's definitely gonna win. If there was a vote tonight, who's played the best game so far, I think easily she's won.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. So it's like that's why I'm thinking of whether or not to like take out someone close to her, you know.
Yeah, we're at an interesting place in the game.
I know.
It's an interesting place.
Still feel like staying 3 strong with Team Done?
Yeah, I feel like that's like the best place to be. Is like still not seen as a crazy threat, like Meg was, but also having some unity. You know,
Yeah.
like us being able to like honestly, like what I was thinking, like if we take our Team Done votes and we align them, we vote for the same person, then I mean there's a lot of power in that. We can
Totally.
take somebody down and we can also keep ourselves safe
Yeah.
by like putting somebody else in the hot seat. So I mean, kind of with how everyone's been like, up and down and changing alliances, I think it'd be hard to do. It'd be hard for like, Dick and Q to like now team up and like take somebody down. But me, you, and Alex, we can really work to take down somebody.
Yeah. And Q's
I mean,
out of the lineup, who I thought was going to be one of the high.
yeah, true. Same here. I mean, she was high on my list before. I got to talk to her a little bit earlier. We got to hash some things out. So I don't know if I feel so animalistic about her anymore. And then Meg is out for you. So like I've really been like up thinking like where next? Like
Yeah.
I was pushing Q hard last time for you and Alex. So now I want to listen to both of you guys. I talked to him later. I want to listen to both of you guys so we can come to a decision on who the three of us want to vote on. If that's what you think is best.
I'm much more open. I feel like we've got the one person out that I just thought was a huge strategic threat.
I really try to take my conversation time to just like clear the air and figure out why they voted against Meg and why we weren't on the same page and let them know that, in my opinion, there's power in numbers in this game.
I feel like I trust Dot more and more. I don't know. I have a hard time trusting anyone in this game because I feel like everyone's just out for themselves. But I feel like he really is legitimately wanting to work together.
The other person that I see is very vocal, other than Q, is Patty. But I know that Alex is kind of aligned with Patty, so I'm not sure that he'd be willing to vote for him.
Okay.
I do feel like he has a target on his back. And then, I mean, I think it'd be kind of stupid to vote out someone like Dee Dee, even though I know Alex wants her out, because she's not a strategic threat, I feel like.
Yeah, she's not.
Same with Hassan.
Same if I feel about Hassan, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like both of them would be in the game. So that brings Jake or Patty
Jake
as our
and
only
Patty.
option.
Yeah. What's most important to me is aligning with you guys because, like, for selfish reasons, this is like a game of power and like in numbers, right?
Yeah.
And like if I don't have you and Alex, I don't have anybody.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, like I'm on an island. So what's most important to me is like gaining your trust and like just kind of showing my loyalty to you with my votes. That's part of the reason why I told you I had that switch of vote. Just so you know that like I'm trying to be as open with you as possible.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Do you think that Jake played a switch of vote?
Yes.
Okay.
I know that he did. He did.
I don't see him as a huge competitive threat. He is a competitive threat, yes, and he can strategize against me, but I think if I were at the end of the game, I could beat him. And so I'm totally fine with taking him to the end. And maybe I should tell him that. Not the part that I don't see him as a strategic threat, but say, hey, I'm willing to take you to the end if we want to make an alliance about that now to not write each other's names down.
We're like in similar places in the game. Maybe you don't feel the same way, but like with the whole like Meg and Q battle. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the camera. Meg and Q battle.
Yeah.
And like you were kind of like siding towards Q, and I was siding towards Meg, and now neither of them can be eliminated. So I feel like it's like so up in the air, you know. It's a weird place.
I agree with you 100%. It's her winning tonight kind of changed the dynamic of the thing, and you know, with her being the queen bee for the current moment, it could change things drastically.
Yeah.
You know, because obviously she's going to stay for a few more days. Somebody has to leave. I don't know. Do we vote against the people who did terribly tonight? I don't know. I have to be close with Alex, and I know he has some stuff with you. I'm not trying to turn shit over on its head right now. I'm just trying to play fair because I promised you guys gave up Meg, I would shut my fucking mouth for a few days and just kind of do my own thing, right?
Yeah, it should
But
happen.
now you guys are going to be able to shine, and you know, it's anyone's game at this point. Well, knowing going into tomorrow's tribal, Q is going to have that influence. So,
Yeah.
are you willing to? I think Alex is solid. I think, you know, I have my my pullings in this game. I'm not talking about going against Q at this point. I know you guys are fixated on her temporarily, but her winning tonight totally changes everything. So
Yeah.
don't waste your votes on going against Q for at least a few more challenges to kind of see what her
Right.
weaknesses are.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, I do have like me and Alex go way back from the beginning of the game, and I think he's a strong player, but I'm pretty loyal to him. And
I'm loyal to Alex as well. Just to let you know,
Right.
I have a soft spot for Alex and D.
Yeah.
So
Do
and
you
I
know?
put him
Do you
in
know if
exile.
Q? Do you know is Q still mad at Alex about the whole vote from a while back?
I don't think Q is. I think Q has kind of let that go. She's going to go for bigger and better things and knock out those threats, who she thinks
Right.
is. That may buy me a
It's
couple.
so up in the
couple
air. I
more
don't like.
elimination
I don't
rounds.
like that. It's so up in the air, man.
Dot, actually, he makes me kind of suspicious. I'm sure, like, my first impressions of him are a product of just me being a prick and, you know, just having my head too far in the game. So, you know, he's a person just like I am, and he's trying to win. So I just gonna take it as such, and hopefully my strategy's better than his.
I wanted to explain that I voted for Meg. I'm guessing you kind of figured that out, right?
Yeah.
So,
man.
Yeah, so after you talked to me about voting Q out, in my head I was like, you know what? Yeah, she is someone that we need to take out eventually. But in my head I was like, you know, I think that Meg, Hassan, and Jake are tighter than Team Rona. I feel like because when I was at the other team, I realized that team wasn't that strong. Patty
Right.
and Q do not get along that well. So in my head I was like, taking out Meg might be better for us than for, you know what I'm saying?
That is true. I mean, yeah, Meg and Jake are super close.
Yeah.
Super close.
And now that Meg is gone, Jake's been flailing. You know, I just talked to him, you know, and he obviously, because like there's, you know, they don't have the numbers anymore. You know, I don't know what you're thinking about the next vote. I know Q is safe, and I know people want Jake out next, but I don't know if we should take out Jake next. I don't think that makes sense.
I don't really think it does either. So
Right?
like, so first of all, that's cool. Like, that's like, I'm not gonna pull a Q.
Right.
I'm not upset. Like, we don't have to agree.
Right.
You know, after that happened, I was just like, man, I need to like become more aligned with my team because like we're stronger together.
So yeah, what were you thinking about tomorrow? Because it's definitely really important now that there's only 8 of us. We like it's easy. Like I don't like it, anything could switch. People could flip tides, and like I only trust in like 2 people, and it's like you and Elizabeth because Elizabeth has messed with me so far too. She's flat out saying I don't think Meg should be in this game, and that's why she switched with you guys back in like before when Carrie got out. So I'm like, I understand. To be honest, I want him to know that we are the final 3, but in my head, I'm taking Elizabeth to the end, not Dot. So take that information as you will. And so tomorrow, Q was my vote. Like if she didn't win tonight, but now that she did win, it's a little complicated. I feel like we should go back to taking out Rona. Like me, you, and Ori, and Elizabeth, and Nisha, we all hated them. And Ori told me like you had to beat the Rona people because Rona has to go. They really messed me and Ori up. Like we were
damn, that's true.
We were so fucked. But I mean, I'm so open to whatever you suggest because I feel bad for taking the other side and voting Meg out. You know, so I would love what you think.
Like it's hard for me because I've started to build a relationship with like everybody now. So like even Q a bit now. Like I think she's still like she's my biggest threat. She's obviously a strong player and she's trying to tear people apart. So,
she
like,
is cool.
we need to get rid of her ASAP. I do like her. Yeah, she's a straight shooter. Like I
agree with that.
She killed us tonight.
He literally I was the closest, and I was 4,000 points away.
Bro,
4,000
like she's gotta go. It's not.
I
She also
know.
wiped her. Like she got second place in trivia a couple nights ago.
She's
So
competitive.
she gotta go.
She wants to
So-
win. She
so-
knows it can.
So I'll tell you this. So I talked to Elizabeth earlier today, and we just agreed that there's power in numbers, right? Like pretty much, if we all vote, if the three of us vote the same way, we can most likely get rid of somebody, and at the same time keep the three of us safe.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
And
agreed.
we just agreed that we should do that as long as we can. I'm cool with Jake, so like I'm leaning more towards Patty, and she was like, "Well, I think Alex is cool with Patty, so we should probably take out Jake." And I was said before, I was like, I don't want to talk. I want to listen. So if if the team take out Jake, I'll take out Jake. I'm cool. Even though it's my boy, like y'all are my people first.
Okay, but
I
how
will
about
vote
we
Jake.
don't take out Patty or Jake? Because then we'll have 5 people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we take out neither of those two and take out someone like Dee Dee, who's close to Q and Patty, and kind of collapse Team Rona, you know? Because Q isn't really friends with Patty. They're only working together because they're Team Rona. Besides that, they have
Right.
nothing in common. So, like,
Yeah, I mean,
so
Dee
since-
Dee and Q. I think Dee Dee and Q are actually close, but
Yeah.
but that's like my least favorite option because I really feel like Dee Dee's like almost no threat. Like she hasn't won any challenges.
Yeah.
She's not super competitive. She's not vindictive.
He is smart. He doesn't want me to have Patty this late in the game. He wants me to take out Patty. And I want to take out his alliance people, but there's only 2 of them, so it's not a big of a threat, and he knows that. So my takeaway is that we're on the same side for now, but we can easily turn on each other if we need to at this point. Especially if I don't vote with him tonight. That's what I feel could happen. But hear me out. Like, if we keep people who are big threats, they're cushions for us to continue on in the game. Like, if we keep Q and Jake in the game, and it comes down to like 6 people, like, it's gonna be easy to be like, okay, let's vote them out now. You know what I'm saying? Someone like Dee Dee might like slip by and continue to coast all the way to the end, knocking one of us out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I hear what you're saying. Take away
Yeah.
their supporters. But keep in mind, we still have to compete with these people. Like Eddie won a challenge early. He won trivia. Like,
That's true. That's true.
I would rather compete against Dee Dee in the final 5.
That's true.
With Patty or Q or Jake.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's why I'd rather.
So, I'm
Okay,
down
Patty
with either Jake or Patty. I'm definitely down with either one of those 2.
I mean,
I'm down.
I think it's smarter to take out Team Arnold, like you said. They're powerful, and Q is a ringleader, and she's a strong one. So, like,
I
are
agree.
you cool to turn on Patty? Like, would you vote Patty?
I would vote for Patty.
Honestly, I don't know if Alex will really follow through. He doesn't seem to follow through on any of the votes that he says that he will. But also him being so quick to turn his back on somebody he has an alliance with is concerning, right? Like what if you're gonna do that to Patty? What's he gonna do to me? Like, real talk, what's gonna happen?
Losing Patty wouldn't be a problem because then it wouldn't look like I have too many allies, so I won't be too much of a threat going later on in the game. But I feel like I do need Patty because I trust him more. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with that. We have to make sure it's like 100% because Patty is someone I know that is very explosive. So if he catches wind about this, he will blow it up in our faces and
Right.
really turn into like, oh, let's just take out one of the Team Done people because we are scheming at this point. Like if it's not them, it's us, because I know for a fact Team Rona is thinking about getting one of us out.
I mean, we have to decide. We have to decide now.
We have to decide. So, okay, oh my god, we're gonna get cut off. I am down for getting Patty. I am. We just have to make sure we don't know.
Patty. We have to tell Elizabeth thinks it's Jake, so one of us has to let her know.
Okay.
Let's all vote Patty, man, and then let's take him out.
Yeah, let's do it.
He's a liar. Liars lie. He's gonna lie to me. He's lying to me. Like, liars lie to people. I don't think he has loyalty to anybody, to be honest. If it's not to me, it's not to Q, and it's not to, maybe it's to Elizabeth. I don't know why it would be to Elizabeth and not me. But it's obviously not to Jake and Meg. Then who do you ally with? Like, who are you loyal to? Nobody. Like, there's no, I can't expect you to be loyal when you show disloyalty to everybody in the game. So, no, don't trust you. Don't depend on you.
I might find a way to make sure Doc goes home soon.
I have a change of vote. So with me having less numbers in the game, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to change Q's vote.
What's going on tonight? Because I think it might be the end of the road for me.
No, it's not what's happening.
We got to come up with a plan. Who are you thinking?
So what I've kind of been playing with former Team Dumb members, which have voted. I thought they were going to vote against Q last time. They ended up voting against Meg, so it's not like I control these people. But like we're trying to, because we're like 3 deep, former deep Team Dumb members. We're trying
you, Liz, and Alex, right?
Right. So we're trying to like combine our votes so that we actually have some power. So I talked among them, and we've all kind of decided that we're gonna vote against Patrick this time to decrease the strength of like Q sides, and she's kind of like all powerful right now.
Alex is okay
taking
with
over.
that?
Yeah,
You
that
talked
was
to Alex about that?
last night. Yeah, he prefers to go against Patrick and to vote against him and to strengthen them because Q. We see all of us see Q as the biggest threat right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Liz
that's
is on board with it.
yeah. So that's the way that we all decided that we're gonna vote.
Then I'm right there with you. You don't got to tell me twice. All
Um.
right. Well, I mean that sounds like a solid plan to me.
Yeah. So
Should be no problem then if we got us 5.
yeah. So we said for whatever reason we can't vote for Patrick, and we're just gonna vote Dee Dee. Just even though she's not really a threat. Yeah. Even though she's not a threat, we can get rid of Q's hench people.
Hey, I need like a little signal, like when you join the chat. Hey, when you join the chat, if you give me 1 salute when you join the chat, that means like the plan's still on for Patrick. And if you give me 2, that means we're going for Dee Dee.
For Dee Dee, got it.
Single hands Patrick, because he's single-handedly crazy. And then and then this is Dee Dee.
Oh
Just
shit!
double salute Dee Dee. I like that. I think they're going for me.
Patty and Q.
Yeah, and then I think Patty, Q, Dee Dee, and then did you talk to Dot about going for Patty tonight?
No, I haven't.
Well, Dot.
But that's something.
What is that? What you're trying to do?
I'm not sure yet. What Dot thinking?
Well, Dot said that he's got the other 2 people from Team Dunn, Alex and Elizabeth, on board, and they want to get rid of Patty to weaken Q.
Ooh.
Yeah.
To weaken Q?
Yeah, because obviously Q's the biggest threat in this game right now. And playing it. Me and you're at a disadvantage now, bro. We're the only people from our thing, so like.
We still got Dot.
I know. We do.
I feel like Alex can help us too.
That's what said. Dot's saying that he's got Alex and Liz on his side. He wants to. They're gonna vote Patrick tonight, and he wanted me to tell you to vote Patrick too. So that's 5, and that'd be enough.
Elizabeth and Alex are dangerous, whether they want to admit that or not.
So I talked about Alex, and I was telling him about like the Jake versus Patty conversation we were having yesterday, and he actually thinks it's smarter to vote in Patrick's favor to like deplete Q's like army right now.
Really?
Yeah.
You think
he's more about that? Yeah, I do. I think so because like I think we're all like everyone I'm talking to is recognizing that Q has a lot of power right now. She's in the power seat. She's winning. This isn't the only challenge she's been at the top of. So her doing well in the challenges and also having 2 people behind her is not good for any of us.
Yeah.
So his suggestion was to take out Dee Dee, and I was like, I'm down with taking out her team, like Q's team member, but like we should take out one that is actually more of a threat.
I agree.
So between so we were kind of going back and forth, and we ended the chat saying that let's push for Patrick. So I said I would relay the message back to you. I just talked to Jake, and he's on board. He's gonna bring a song on board. So so I mean,
I'm on board.
Each time I talk to him, I feel like he's gonna be more loyal to me.
well, hopefully we can keep Alex in line. I hope he doesn't create a soft spot for Patty, because Patty says he has a soft spot for him.
I definitely do have a problem right now.
What's going on?
So okay, we work together, and I trust you really well, and so
Okay.
I have a huge dilemma at the moment because you know how we have original teams, Team Dunn, Team Rona, Team Cleaners, whatever, right? So Team Dunn is we are talking about it's 3 us, 3 you guys, and they do want to take one of you guys out. And at first, I wanted to take Q out, but Q is safe, right?
Correct.
And so Dot was saying that he wants you out, and I assume it's because me and you have worked together in the past, and he's afraid of that connection, right? And and for me, I'm thinking, Team Cleaners isn't a threat at the moment because there's only 2 of them left, but Dot is close with them, so it's like. I think I understand where he's coming from, but I also know that he's being smart with what he's saying. In my head, after this, he could always flip back to Team Cleaners, and he just has a bunch of people at this point, right? And
I understand.
We haven't voted the same way for past 3 tribals, me, him, and Elizabeth. Me and Elizabeth have been together, and he's been on Team Cleaners. So it's very conflicting at the moment, and I wanted to talk to you and wanted to share this with you and see how you feel about it.
Alex, first of all, I would like to thank you for sharing that information with me because I know there's been a target on my back.
Of course.
And I do have some influence with Team Rona, and you've seen that transpire over the past couple of days. You have a connection with Dot.
Yeah.
But if Dot is willing to turn the tables on me and get me out, which I fully understand, and I understand it's all about self-preservation.
Right.
Tonight's going to be a huge determinant of how the game's gonna go from this point on. I thought we were gonna get rid of Elizabeth tonight. She was definitely the weakest link.
Yeah.
The past 2 challenges.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to spare Dot, and I was gonna fight for you. So Alex, you have a couple options here. I can be taken out, which is fine, and I am your ally.
Yeah.
Only ally on Team Rona right now.
Yeah.
And I can sell that. I can spare you. For sure, if we can swing it and get rid of Elizabeth tonight.
I trust him as a guy, but I don't trust the method. I don't understand it. I don't think it makes sense to take out Elizabeth. I don't know. The way you're saying this, I'm losing hope with Dot because I do feel the sense that he will swing anyway, and I almost was gonna be like, you know what? Let me not tell Patty and just go with this plan and just figure it out afterwards. But I don't know. I don't feel safe with him being in the game at this point because he's saying that he's Team Done, but every action so far, it's very not Team Done. It's Team Cleaners, or now he's talking to you guys. So it's like, we'll talk with Elizabeth. I guess we're leaving soon, but I have a feeling that we might want to flip on Dot. I'm willing to do that because I would rather go into the next game as an underdog than a power alliance.
But are you aware of anybody's get out of jail free cards at this moment? I was actually keeping track. I lost track the past couple days.
Okay.
I knew there was 3. I knew there was 3 in play.
So there's one
all
more.
that. I'm not sure.
The original teams are very solid, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't know if the new alliances are more solid. I don't know.
It seems like the newer alliances are more solid.
Yeah. And that's what I'm like which one do I trust more, if that makes sense?
Yeah.
I feel like every single person is playing their own game, which is very respectable, but everyone has their own opinions on who should go next. And literally I have no idea what to do. I've talked to Patty, and I don't know if he's told you what he wants, but he wants Elizabeth. And I don't I'm down to do Elizabeth. I don't know her as much as I should because when we were on Team Done, she wasn't there when I was there. She was on a trip. But I don't know if that's the right move for this top 8 because she's not a challenge beast and she's not sociable. So it's
a waste of vote.
After tonight, we still have big players that are here and that will win and stuff like that. So it's I don't know. I'm freaking out because I know yesterday I talked to Dot and he wants someone. He wants Patty. I'm gonna be honest with you as well. I wasn't sure if I was going to, but yeah, he wants Patty, and Patty wants Elizabeth, and that's the only people I talk to, and I have no idea like which. I don't like either of those choices. Like I don't, I don't know who to choose now because I have started talking to everyone besides Jake and Hassan really, and
I was thinking Jake.
Yeah, and that's a good one because they're smaller, but he's a powerful player. Like he could come back and win anything, I guess.
I'm saying, bro. I think we're both a big target. I think it'd be dumb for us not to work together. What names you've been hearing? I'm sure you've heard mine.
I haven't as much as I've heard mine. And it's going to be difficult because if we have a 4-on-4 vote, how are we going to have the tiebreaker?
Yeah.
I was thinking Elizabeth because she's performed the weakest.
I'm with that. She lied right in my face.
Out of your talk between Jake and Patty, who was the consensus?
We both kind of said we were going to see where the conversation goes, but I think it was leaning more towards Patty.
Okay, this is actually so timely because I was thinking about this yesterday. I gauged how Dee Dee would react if I said Patty's name. She did not react well. So I totally support the attack on Patty to get him out of here, and I think he says he's expecting it, but I don't think he is. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I can give you that number. I can't get Dee Dee to go on board, and to be honest, I don't really want to be a part of that because then if Dee Dee's like, well, how did he get X amount of votes, then I have to be a part of it. I told her straight up that I couldn't help with that vote to, help ensure that Patty was going to get out because like I'd said before, Dee Dee's really close to Patty and I don't want to, turn my back on her in an effort to get him out. So I supported the assault because I think that it needs to happen because Patty is a huge strategic and competitive threat, but I didn't want to be a part of that. I had to keep my hands clean. Not that I'm going to win any votes on the jury anyways, but if I do, I don't want Patty coming after me because I feel like I'm trying to play this whole game of honesty. So I couldn't have my hands in that. So do you have the numbers to do it without me?
I feel like it depends on Alex because I thought Alex and Patty had an alliance.
Have you spoken with anyone today or am I your first check?
I'm only spoken with Alex.
Oh, okay, good. How'd that go?
He said he's down for Jake, but he also said like he heard a lot of different names thrown around and stuff like that. But he mostly is more comfortable with Jake because he said Patrick wanted Elizabeth gone, and then Dot wanted Patrick gone. So
Dot's going after Patty?
Apparently.
Interesting.
How do you feel about Jake?
Jake knows something's up. Jake is going to, I think Jake kind of knows he could get voted off. But you know what? I asked around and I asked if he had any immunity cards because he did win a challenge a couple days ago and nothing was said about it. So are we going to waste a vote or what?
I don't know. Oh, goodness.
This is going to be a huge determining factor, tonight's vote, on who walks into the finals.
I don't know if it's a good thing to vote Elizabeth because Elizabeth right now is like on our side, like right now.
Well, Q wants Jake.
I want Jake too.
Okay, so Jake knows what's up, but I think Dot is going to be a threat in the future. He's going to flip on whomever he wants. So I'm just letting you know. I don't know Hassan personally, and I don't know if you've had any talks with him.
No one knows Hassan.
So I'm just telling you, if you're willing to bury your beef with Alex for the time being, he will help us.
I've gotten over it to an extent.
I was out in the garden today. I had to tend to my pepper plants. I also have been making kimchi the past couple of days.
Ooh.
So, and I do kimchi and pickled vegetables. That's part of my my hobby list.
I love kimchi. So.
Are you Korean?
No, I'm Chinese, but I do love kimchi.
Hey, do you speak Chinese, Alex?
I speak Cantonese.
Cantonese. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been learning Japanese the past couple of months, and
That's hard.
it is.
That's our language.
with the kanji and everything, and there's a kanji and the spoken language, and it's insanely difficult.
A lot, yeah. Hi.
Hey.
I hope you have like direction for me because there's a lot going on tonight, and I don't know if you have heard the same thing or like feel the same vibe. But I have so many different names being thrown in the air that my mind is exploding as we speak. Like, I was so glad that you're my last person to talk with because I need to solidify with you. Like, in my head, and I'm going to be completely honest, like I haven't said this to anyone, I want to take you to the end, like you. And I believe that we can do it. I'm just scared of how to get there and if we can get there.
I appreciated Alex saying that he wants to take me to the end. I don't know if that's truthful or not, but I trust him at least right at the moment.
First things first, I'll say that Meg is watching from the jury tonight, so you can say hello to Meg. She can't say hello back, but
hello, Meg. She's really gone. I have a feeling
Hey,
really
Meg. Welcome, Mego. Hello.
well, how has tonight been so far, Alex?
For me, chaotic. I've never been more like confused, but also I guess I know what's going on, but also not. I don't know how to explain it. You know what? Pass. Next.
I'm confused. Confused.
How's the night been for you?
Yeah, same as Alex, man. Confusing. I mean, it's. I feel like we're at the point where if anybody had a strategy at the beginning of the game, it probably has changed at least once or twice. So it's hard to what people are thinking and what their intentions are.
Thanks.
Q, how have you gone into tonight?
I've gone into tonight chilling, honestly. I feel like my name has been brought up for the past 2 tribals, so I'm going to relish in these next 25-30 minutes. I've got some cookies in the oven. I'm gonna chill and enjoy this.
Yeah.
Q, if you didn't have safety tonight, do you think you would be the biggest target tonight?
Absolutely, and I fully expect to resume my position next challenge.
Let's bring in Patty.
What a G, yo.
Patty, how are you feeling tonight?
I don't know. I feel that I could go home at a time.
Patty, what are you watching, man?
Learning Japanese.
No, that's
Yes.
I thought that was Mandarin, but it's okay. I mean,
I'm sorry.
He said earlier he was
my
learning Japanese.
My fucking Japanese lesson just kicked off, so I apologize. I know very well tonight. I can go off, and I'm willing to accept that. I'm just gonna shut my mouth and just go with the flow and see whatever happens, man.
So Jake, Meg was a huge target. Do you think the dynamics have changed since he was voted out last time?
Yeah, I think for some reason I'm the target now, which to me, honestly, I feel like I'm not even a target. I've lost 2 people that I was closest with. One of them pretty much turned their back on me. I mean, I've really done nothing. There's been people that are calling the shots. It simply hasn't been me.
So does that mean the dynamics haven't changed then if you're still one of the big targets?
I mean, I guess they haven't.
Elizabeth, how do you think the dynamics have been since Meg got voted out?
I feel like what seemed like cohesion before is now no longer cohesion, and I feel like almost everyone's name has gotten thrown out tonight.
So I guess, Alex, with Meg gone, what should the strategy be now with it? Should the dynamics be changed or should they not?
I feel like it makes sense that dynamics have been changing because this far into the game, once one person's gone, it really does create a shift, And so I don't blame having this chaotic energy going on. And I think that the strategy right now for everyone is to continue their own game, whatever game you're playing, stick with it, and trust your instincts.
Dee Dee, what do you think the strategy should be now with Meg out of the game?
I really don't know if a strategy can be used going into the next few days or whatever, because, you know, like, it's getting lesser and lesser of us. So I guess now everybody's just going with how they can survive at this point.
Hassan, you were a part of the cleaners with Meg, which seemed like a great alliance. How are you doing since Meg has been voted out?
Well, I'm not too surprised that she's voted out. I mean, she deserved a target on her back some way, somehow. I'ma just remain calm, keep continuing.
So, Patty, this question's for you. What do you think is more important going into the final 7? Having numbers or knowing your position in the game?
I think actually it's a culmination of both. At this point, we've formed our alliances with certain people, still waiting for the twists, So, like I said, any of us can go home at any time. Don't think you're any more special than any one of us. I think Q has an 80% chance of making it into the finals, and I'm looking every one of you in the eyes right now and telling you that Q is a very strong contender. And
Hey, why
I
are you
always
just
told
telling
you
her you're trying to get rid of her?
I've been straightforward the whole time, so it doesn't matter to me at this point. So
You might as well just
it
tell
is
her
what
you're
it
voting
is.
for her next round. That's basically.
Nah.
Q, any
It'd be
response?
strategic.
I mean, I am not.
Hold on, sorry guys.
Oh.
I am not afraid of this target on my back because I'm not afraid of being on the jury. I kind of don't even want to go to the bottom because I think I've pissed so many people off at this rate that I'm probably not going to get any votes. So I'd rather decide someone else's fate, if I'm being honest.
Back to the question that I gave to Patty, Jake, what do you think is more important going to the final 7? Numbers or trying to get your position right in the game?
I mean, I don't feel like there's like distinct sides right now. I feel like everybody's kind of like a free agent. I mean, there might be people that are like close to one person, 2 people maybe, but the idea that it's like 4 versus 4 right now, unless nobody's telling me shit, which honestly could be the truth. I don't see it like that. I think it's more about your place in the game and just making sure that you're there for the next vote.
Elizabeth, this game could be filled with power moves or more subtle moves. How do you know when the timing is right for one of those moves, Elizabeth?
I'd say when you have other people on your side. I feel like tonight, it's like everyone is kind of on their own all of a sudden, and so it seems like tonight's probably not the night to make a huge move because you don't necessarily know if people are actually on your side or not.
Dee Dee, has there been any talk of advantages lately?
It's been some talk of advantages of trying to figure out who has advantages and when they're going to use them or if they're going to use them.
This is a show of hands if you think you might be a target tonight. Well, I guess my final question for most of you tonight, starting with Alex. What needs to happen for you tonight?
What needs to happen for me? What needs to happen is whatever people have been telling me, if they stick to what they're sticking with, I think that needs to happen so I can see who I can continue trusting.
Patty, what needs to happen for you tonight?
Ain't shit gotta happen to me. I just, it can go one or two ways. So I ran a little analysis with my stat thing, and there's a possibility that a 50% chance I'm going home tonight. So that
Jake, what needs to happen for you tonight?
I need to get the same calculators that Patty's using. Nah,
Jake, it was on 2048. You missed it.
That was good. That was good. Yeah, that was tough.
Oh shit!
I guess the people that told me they were gonna do stuff, just hopefully they say what they're gonna do. I don't know.
Dot, what needs to happen for you tonight?
I need to survive. I need the people in this game to have a heart, realize that I'm a good person, I mean the best, and I need people to want to keep me in the game. Have a heart, people.
As usual, I always ask if you have questions for each other before you vote. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody in the chat?
Can we all have a shot together? Do you guys drink? What the fuck, man? Come on. Let's tip it back.
I got one.
I'm hella
I got
down.
one. This is for the final
Come on,
8.
man.
Final 8 right here. Cheers.
Let's tip this shit back. Cheers, my friend.
Shit. Who knows?
Well, on that note, are we ready to vote?
The best
If
time,
anybody
shit.
has an advantage and wants to use it, now would be the time to do so.
I want to
Okay.
use one.
Oh.
I want to change Q's vote to Patty.
All right.
Oh, shit. I am finally witnessing an advantage. Okay.
Sorry, bro.
God has used a still a vote advantage.
It's all D, my friend.
Yeah, it's the game, bro.
No, it's
Here
It's
are
corrupting me.
the results. First vote is for Patty. Second vote is for Patty. Third vote is for Jake. Fourth vote is for Jake. Fifth vote is for Patty. Sixth vote is for Patty. The next person that voted out and the third member of the jury is indeed Patty. Sorry, you have been voted out. Do you have any final words?
Not at all. I knew it was coming, and see my calculated work, Jake. And that's it. Nothing else. Just math, man. How it works.
My reaction to Dot playing us that advantage, I do believe that he wanted safety measures in order for Patty to go out, but I also think that he has some trust issues.
So I'm definitely going to use that information to further drive a crack into, I'm just going to use that information to shake shit up like I always do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm way bigger on getting Q out of this game and everybody on Team Rona out first. But then I'm definitely coming for Alex.
Who did the majority say would be a better juror?
My guess is that we're going to have a challenge, and everyone's going to have to say who they think got the most votes for each of those questions, and then whoever got the most correct at the end is going to win immunity, and then everyone's going to hate each other in the end because we're all saying these negative things about each other.
Who did the majority say was most likely to stab you in the back?
Shots were definitely being thrown out left and right.
Her putting negative stuff to me definitely shows that she has some type of animosity towards me, and I'm gonna have to watch her